Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Happy to be back. Uh, Stretching out in front of the camera here. Listen to some good music by our friend Jibe. I'm just gonna lower it a little bit though. There's some really cool. Oh, the previous song was so cool with the cool drum and bass. We're gonna go back to that soon. This is probably drum bass in a minute. I'm just gonna lower it down slightly so I can hear myself. There we go. Okay, so so I'm Jesse Himmelstein, and this is our Play Curious Twitch stream that we do every week. On Tuesdays, Raphael plays some educational video games. We've been recently doing some retro games like SimCity and what did we do? Oh, Oregon Trail. That was really fun too. So that's on Tuesdays, and on Thursdays I've been doing live coding, and I'm coding some of the games that we're making and showing how we're doing that. And sometimes I just kind of do like random challenges, like programming challenges for myself. Always in the game sphere, of course, because that's what I love. But what about today? Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. There's a game I developed a really long time ago called Blockchain Battle, and we're going to be basically developing that into a mobile application. So we've had the game for a while. We had it basically available as an online. First, we just made the game by itself. Then we made a whole online class where we recorded all these videos, and we basically integrated the whole thing. And that we've been using in a bunch of different schools. So that's been really cool. And Raf is live. Hello, Raf. How's it going? How's my sound doing? Can you give me a quick sound check, please? While he does that, so we made Blockchain Battle a while back. The sound is fine. That's good to hear. Yeah, we made Blockchain Battle a while back, and it's really cool. It's always worked really well as a game. People really like it. It's all about how cryptocurrency works under the hood. So it's like a puzzle game where you kind of go through, you play a hacker. The music is gone. You can't hear the music. Is that what you're saying? Cannot hear the music, and yet I see it on the mixer. If I raise it up like this, do you hear it more? There you should hear it really high. It's too loud? Okay, so I'll lower it. So maybe something like this? Ah! How's this? Is this a good sound quality? I have a little bit of music, not too much. Better? Okay. Yeah, I don't hear exactly what you hear, of course, so that's why it's a little bit confusing. Hey, Tebow, how's it going? Nice to see you too. So what I was saying is we made Blockchain Battle a while back, and we always thought it'd be really cool as a mobile application rather just as an online class. An online class it works, but it'd be really cool to just have it on your phone. The issue is that we made this, we never made it. Even though we've had it all this time, but it's not that hard to do. So that's what I was going to be working on today, just the beginning of that, kind of making it into a mobile application using Cordova. So Cordova is a cool tool to basically take HTML5 applications, which are just it's just web development stuff, and you make like a local web page that runs on a phone. It kind of like wraps up the web page in a little phone application, and that's what we're going to be doing. The beginning of that, there's going to be probably two levels to it. Like there's one level of just kind of running that like Cordova with that in it. That's not very hard. Like we did that previously. Now we've done that with Pixel Puzzler. We're doing that with CRISPR Crunch. So like we know how to do that now. That shouldn't be an issue. The one thing that's a little bit different about this is that we're going to have to switch in. We're going to have basically right now the game is all by itself, but we want to have the game alternate with the video. So my idea here was to basically have like a thing where we start, we do a video, then we do the game, then we do a video, then we do the game, and I was going to do that using two things: using HTML, using a virtual DOM library. So it's basically a library that lets you modify HTML really quickly, then running into the game, then running out and back again. So doing that kind of thing. It should be kind of fun. We'll see how that goes. That's what we're going to be doing today. And before I get to start, I just want to say thank you to our friend Jibe, who does this awesome music and lets us play it on the stream. So if you like the music you hear today, and I hope you can hear it, please do check him out. He is Dcurdos. I don't know how you're supposed to say it on YouTube, but I will put the link in to the chat because that's way easier. So music. right? So if you're interested in the music, please do check it out. He's awesome, and thanks again to him for letting us use his music. And actually, if we hear the music of Blockchain Battle today, that's also him, because he did all the music and the sound effects for Blockchain Battle, so it's pretty cool. So it's a double thanks to Jibei for all his great work. All right, so I guess probably without further ado. Oh wait, maybe one more thing. Quick plug for Play Curious, of course. This is us. This is Play Curious. We make video games. We make video games usually about kind of technical science, history subjects. That's like what really gets us going. But we not always. We also make games that are kind of just for fun. Like we made recently a game called Pixel Puzzler, where it's just this little puzzle game for mobile, where you have awesome pixel art made by Thibaut, who's there on the chat, who's our artistic director, and you basically just have to turn the pieces until it lines up. We also we make games about biology too. That's what CRISPR Crunch is, and we're looking for testers now for CRISPR Crunch. So if you're interested in being a tester, please let us know. You can go to our website or write us at hello@playcurious.games. I'll write that into the chat too. And yeah, I can't think of anything else. So that means it's time to start. All right, so let's do this. I think probably the very first thing I'm going to do is I was just trying to get Blockchain Battle to work. Because it was a long time ago. I developed Blockchain Battle a while back, so it's not exactly the same technology that it was. It is these days. So I wanted to get Blockchain Battle to work. Then I was going to put that into the Cordova application, and then we'll kind of go from there. So let me see. Give me 1 second, and I will load it up. So I was actually starting to do this right before we started, and I'm gonna go like this. So Blockchain Battle is a little bit. This is an older way that we develop things. We haven't done this way in a while, using different libraries like Rollup and stuff like that. And so that's not the way we've been doing it recently. So it's kind of have to dive back into how I used to do things. There's also the issue is that because it's a few years old, sometimes the libraries kind of go stale. You know, like things you used to use that worked well at a particular time don't work well anymore. So in this case, I'm seeing some errors. Quite a bit of errors, in fact. Right, HTML cannot use this outdated. Following test, and I was going to diss. Did you finish? Oh, right. I didn't have Booyah. So that was what I wanted to do. I had downloaded Booyah, the previous version of Booyah. And now I'm actually on Booyah version 3, but this is the original version of Booyah. Let me just check that it's the right version. I think it is. This looks right. Yeah, this looks right. So it's called Booyah Blockchain Battle because it actually is the version of Booyah that we used back then. So I'm going to go Play Curious, go into Blockchain Battle, copy it in here, change the name to Booyah, and let's try this again. Okay, it seemed to work. Okay, cool. Now let's try it out. So I'll just run a little web server. I think it's npx http server. Straight from here. Yes. Right. Okay. Oh, wait. I don't know if you can hear the music though. I'm gonna cut the music here. Aren't you tired of government? So that's Blockchain Battle. Okay, so we managed to get Blockchain Battle working yet. That's cool. So this is Blockchain Battle. And now we want to do, I'm not going to go play the whole game right now, but it's all about how cryptocurrency works. It's pretty cool. I hope you, please do check it out. It's totally cool. And oh, it's so funny. I haven't looked at this in a while. I totally know this one super well. But this is the very first interface we did. So it's weird because these colors don't really match, right? The game, because we had made this for a previous game that doesn't have these colors. So anyway, that's why those colors are like that. All right, so now I have Blockchain Battle working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that into Cordova. Okay, so I'm going to pause that. game. Now that I have that it works, I have the files. So now, basically in this dist folder, I have all the files to run Blockchain Battle. So now that I have all the files to run Blockchain Battle, I'm going to create, I'll put them back on some music so I don't get too bored. I love drum and bass. Now we have that music on. Now we have the music on. Now that we have the music on, we can compile. That doesn't make any sense. Let us. Oh man, it's hard. It's hard. As soon as I switch context, I totally forget what I'm doing. I'm going to create a new directory, and I'm going to do, and it's going to be, so that's Blockchain Battle, and we're going to create a new folder that's going to be called Blockchain Battle Cordova. Boop. All right. And this I'm going to put to the side. We shouldn't need it right now. Blockchain Battle Cordova, on the other hand, we do need. And what we're going to do here is we're going to, I think I'm probably going to start by just copying in like some files that I had from other projects. To get Cordova started, we'll do the whole Cordova init thing. How does that work again? I totally forgot. Cordova. Let's go to the Cordova documentation. Creating your first Cordova app. So that we did already. We installed Cordova. Okay. Oh yeah. So it actually wants to create the folder for me. So I have to go back. I have to delete the directory I just made. And I have to say Cordova create Blockchain Battle Cordova. Yep, whoop. Creates it. Now I go back into it. And here we are. Oh, what happened to our music? Did I forget? I shut off by accident. Okay, so we have our Blockchain Battle Cordova package. So this, by default, I think, let's just check that that works. I think the first thing you do is you add platforms. So we're going to add iOS and Android. Cordova add iOS. Oh, Cordova platform, sorry. Oh, there's a new version of Cordova as well. I hadn't seen that. Platform add Android. Okay. So now we have new versions of iOS and Android. And I think, oh, wait. Actually, I know something. Android is always installing the wrong version for some reason. So what is the current version of Cordova Android? I think, for some reason, I don't know why, I'm always getting the wrong version of Cordova Android. And the current version is... I think it's like 11 or something, and it gives me 10. I'm always having this trouble. Oh, now it's on 12. Hold on. Cordova Android. Where are the versions? Oh, they have a lot of nightlies. I think it was 11. Yeah. Okay. Cordova platform. Remove Android. Add Android at 11. I think it was that. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Okay, now we have that. We should be able to run it. So we should be able to say like Cordova run Android. And this should run like a little hello world thing for Android. Here we go. Just got my Android emulator. Yes. There it is. That's what the demo project does. So that works. We have a little Android application. Okay. So obviously that's not really what we want, right? We want something a bit more sophisticated, but we're going to want blockchain battle in there, but we got Cordova working. That's a good first step. So now, to get actual thing working, what we want to do is overwrite this www directory. That's where all the magic happens. That's where it actually starts drawing the application from. So what we're going to do is copy over blockchain battle into that directory. So I'm going to delete it, www, and I'm going to copy blockchain battle dist, blockchain battle, sorry, the dist to www. Doesn't like to do that because I think I'm probably not. How to do copy? Okay. Okay. I think I have to make the directory first, then copy over all the files into www. Oh, I have to do it recursively. Okay, so now we should have a whole bunch of stuff in there, including index and embed. And what we want to do is then, if we run it again, could overrun Android, we should this time get blockchain battle to start. Oh, I have to switch back to it. And we do no. Oh, yes, we do. Okay. So this is, of course, is the full version. That's not really what we want. We want the mobile version. And the other thing is we want this to be sideways. I don't know if there's a way to tell Cordova that we want it to be sideways, or whether we just have to tell the emulator. Because I could do it this way. But you can see it's like profile by default, which would be a very difficult way to play blockchain battle. So let's see how we do that. I think it's probably, most things in Cordova are in the this config file, which it creates for you by default. So that is here, config.xml. Seems like most everything is in here. By the way, I should probably just change this already. Games.playcurious.blockchain battle. Blockchain_battle. And it'll be 001. And we'll change this, blockchain. Description. Discover the secrets of the blockchain. Or discover how blockchain works under the hood. And the email is playcurious.games. And the password, and this will be our website. And here we say play curious. Now on this one, we're going to use the embedded version. That actually works better, so that it should go full screen. Yeah, I think that should be good. Okay. And now, oh yeah, I wanted to look into how we did sideways. So let's go to the config file and see if there's something about it. Might be called portrait or landscape, maybe? Orientation, okay. Orientation, allowed values, default landscape, portrait. So we want to do landscape. So orientation, which is, where do you put it? It's attributes. Preference. Oh, I think these are tags. Oh, yeah, okay. Orientation. Yeah, it's like that. Okay, we'll leave a little note for ourselves of force the into landscape orientation. Now, if we rerun it, hopefully this should work better in landscape. I feel like that icon is upside down. Did I turn it the wrong way? You have to turn your head to play this game. It's the major difficulty about it. Oh no, did I crash the emulator? This happens sometimes. It's so frustrating. That is definitely a vertical blockchain. That's right. Good call. Good call, Raphael. I think I crashed the emulator. This happens to me sometimes. It's very frustrating. Come on. Ferme. Ferme. Ferme tous. How do we do it? Blockchain battle. Giving people skills. That'd be funny, actually, if you forced everyone to... Has everyone ever done a mobile game where you just have the wrong orientation the entire time? Like you purposely go against it. I bet they wouldn't let you out of the... I'm not sure they would let you go through like the app review if you did that. I don't know. I don't think they have a lot of very funny... I don't think they have a great sense of humor in the app review process. Force de quitte. Force de quitte. Oh, no. That's it. Done. Okay. Well, that's gone now. Can we try again? Let's see if it starts or whether it refuses. Ah. Better. And start it again. This is why I prefer web development to mobile development. You see, web development, you just start it, and it's just like you refresh the screen, and boom, you're done. In mobile development, even though, like, this is pretty quick, right? It's not that bad, but you still have to, like, start up the thing. Okay, here we go. I'm like, too impatient for this stuff. Okay, cool. That's what I'm talking about. It works. Great. Great. Now, I hear what you're saying. There's black bars on the side. I know. It's true. But there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, there's technically something we can do about it, but it require incredible amount of work. So we're not going to deal with that right now. Although this is a little bit weird. I feel like there's a little bit of a shift here. I'm not totally sure why that is. I feel like there's a little error there. There's a little bug. But let's not focus on the bugs. You're not trying to get me depressed. We're going to... I'm sure we'll find out. Okay, so now we got blockchain battle. I would say kind of working. You know, should we try it on iOS or should we? Yeah, there's a shift in there. That's weird. We have to fix that. I have two ideas. We could just get it. We could just start it. We could try to test this on iOS to make sure that works as well, or we could try to get like the videos integrated. I don't know which one is more fun to do. I don't know. The chat, do you wanna chime in here? Should we do iOS or should we try to get videos the videos working in here? Videos. Okay, okay. The people have spoken. All right, the people have spoken. They want the videos, and I understand. I understand they want the videos. Okay. How are we going to do that? Unfortunately, you picked the thing that I don't know quite as easy. Democracy. I like democracy too, especially when it's just one person. It's true that when you're only one voting, democracy is an awesome system. It's great. It makes you feel legitimate, and yet you have total control. It's great. It's great. Okay. So videos. How are we gonna do this? I'm gonna stop this temporarily. If we want videos, what I was thinking is that I would basically have like a separate part of the application where I just load up like a bunch of, like a set of links, and we say like, okay, video 1, video 2, video 3, etc. Like video and then level. This is very similar to how we do in our current game. So in our current platform, at learn.playcurious.games, this is how it works. You have a here, I'll see if we have the class, which is, so we have like the trailer, then like a video. So these are like videos, video, then the game, a quiz. Oh yeah, we have quizzes too that we don't have in here. We can add, but basically it's videos, quizzes, and the game. So here we have the game more or less. There's a little bit more work to do because we have to tell it basically when to stop, and that we have to figure out. But what we don't have yet is the videos. And I'm thinking there's two ways we could do this. We could either do a, well, for one, so we could integrate directly into the game. So we could modify the game so that it includes all the videos directly in it. In some ways, that's a little bit easier because it's only one application that's running. Like we're not trying to like juggle multiple applications. That's one way to do it. Another way we could do it is we could have one kind of like a shell application that does it and then says, okay, play blockchain battle. And then we have to get some way to get information from blockchain battle saying like, okay, we're done. So we can stop it and switch back. And the third way to do that, I think, is to use the native video player. And I think the native video player might actually kind of be like a better option because currently it's kind of a pain to do the when we try to use HTML5 video, especially on iOS, like it doesn't really want to play HTML5 video because then it, like when it's on a phone, it wants to be full screen, and so it kind of messes like the positions of the game and the rest of it. So I think I'm gonna first just look in to see if I can do with HTML5 video directly, and then we'll come back to the other question. All right, and before I do that, I am going to take a short break. So I will be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to drink a little water, and I will be back. Be right back. I'll put that in the chat. Enjoy awesome music while I'm gone. Hello, hello, I'm back. All right, after that quick break, we're going to be working now on getting a HTML5 video to work well. So, you know, I was thinking actually as I took a little break that maybe the easiest thing is just to make a little HTML tag, throw it in the video and just see what happens. Just, you know, let's try it out. What do we have to lose? So, what I'm going to do in that case is I'm just going to take this video as an example. And I'm going to copy what we used in it. You actually see the code. There's a button here, so it's not that. I really don't like the interface from Moodle. I eventually memorized it. Oh yeah, there's a button. There's a button to show the buttons. I love that kind of thing. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to throw in. We're going to go back to the blockchain battle Cordova. We're going to get rid of our current or maybe we'll just create a new file called video test. www. Video-test.html. And in that video test, we're just going to throw in the video element. Yeah, we're just going to throw in the video element. Maybe I should do a little HTML5 kind of HTML5 boilerplate around it, just in case. Oh, come on, they don't just have a thing I can just copy. Why is it so complicated? I just want a little boilerplate. Here we go. Okay, so we have the video. We take out the style sheet. Yeah, so we call it video test. And I'm just gonna run it. I'm gonna change the config file to reference the video test. And let's just see what happens here. We'll run it on Android. So if this works well, we should get a video. We do not. We do not get a video. That's the least thing of it. All right, so let's debug this guy. How come we don't see a video? We can use the inspector tools. We can inspect it. And we can try to see. It says, let's refresh up. Now, I don't see anything in the console, but if we look, it seems to get the video. Let's check that the video exists. Yeah, the video definitely exists. Okay. So how come it doesn't show it? Ah! Just had to press it? What? What is going on? Is it not zooming it? Is it like it's giant or something? Alright, let's check the controls. What did we tell it to do in video tests? Video controls, true. Title, history, money. We gave it a source. Maybe it's this link that doesn't like, although I don't think it's that. I'm gonna retry it, try it a second time. Hello, Chaotic Barbarian, how's it going? Yes, the video is giving me trouble. I think maybe it's, I don't know. It seems to be like zoomed up like 8,000 times and not. So then you kind of, it's hard to get it to play. And then you kind of get it to play. Okay. Wow. So you have to pan to see the whole video. Okay. So it kind of works, but you have to pan. Well, I had such a better haircut during that during that video filming. Okay. So the HTML tag is kind of working actually. Okay, stop. We just need to get it to fit. So let's try to inspect it again and see if we can get this element to fit in the thing. So it could just be a little CSS issue. Maybe it's CSS. Can we do styles? One up. Object fit contain. Oh, you can't see the code. Oh man. Wait, this whole time I haven't been showing my screen? Ah, sorry about that. That's dumb. Okay. Streaming fail. Okay. This is what I see. Sorry, you don't see this then. Oh, and now it froze. That's great. But up till the point where it froze, you basically, it's just like me and this giant for the past. Yeah, I know. I didn't realize. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, so you see how it's like a giant zoom up on the video. It's not the actual thing. So what is that? Is it a matter of object fitting? I want to say fit, like contain, object fit contain. Can we maybe just do max? It could be a thing like we have to go like max width equals 100% or something like that, and then max height 100%, just like some like CSS stuff. Try to get this to work, but I think unfortunately the thing crashed, so it's not gonna work. No matter what I do, I'm gonna have to. Man, it's the second time this thing crashed. It's really frustrating. I mean, it tends to crash, but not that often. Let's try it again. Okay, I will bring it up here. I'll rotate the screen. Okay. So now we're going to go back and inspect it again. And I'm going to try to, before I start the video, to see if I can get it to fit. So let's see. Max width is 100%. Ah, that worked. And max height 100%. Okay, so it's still not totally working. It's a little better. It seems to be not taking into account the actual height, which is kind of weird. Can I do calc of 100% VH? All right. What if we say border 0, margin 0? We still have some extra stuff around it. It's kind of weird. Why is that? Why do we have stuff? Body is 848 by 388. Okay. So it's not totally full screen. It is not the full screen. Now, what could we do? Could we try to... I wonder if we can force it full screen. I don't think you can. Is there a tag to force? Is there for HTML5 full screen video? Is there a? Does everybody say make it a full screen video? I don't think so. Oh, you can request full screen. Oh, it's been removed. Okay. Okay, you can do request full screen on it. I'm wondering, there is also another thing we could do is we like this when we integrate it into Moodle, for example, it actually uses something called, I think, Video.js to run it. I think it's called Video.js. And I think it handles like properly showing the videos and stuff like that. Like you can have different things. I think like you can, let's see, what do they have in it? Guides and videos, fire. Let's see, this might be a little bit better because it might handle something like this formatting for us. It might just work by itself. Just set up. It might be a good way to go though. If we can't figure this out ourselves. Maybe before I do the Video.js thing, I'm just gonna see what it looks like on Android, on iOS, I mean. Let's just get a picture. Like, do we have the same kind of thing or not? What's like the default behavior on iOS? Gonna try to do my research first. Cover my bases. One thing at a time. Cool. All right. I think I've heard this song now several times. So I'm going to switch music while our iOS thing starts up. We're going to stay on our friend DQ Dares. Once again, thank you for letting us use your awesome music. Playlist. What else we got? I think that was the DNB Neuro EP. Hard style, Frenchcore hard style. Could be this one. Let's try this one. Let's DNB drum step trap. All right, that's nice. I like that. Okay, so let's look at iOS. Cordava run iOS. The product name change in config.xml is not stored dynamically. It's not at all what I meant. Why did it? I didn't add iOS already? I thought I ran it. I already ran it. Oh, because I changed the name. I can't. Ah, okay. Conscious platform. Because I changed the name, I have to reinstall. Remove iOS. And then add iOS. Okay. Okay, now we should be able to run it. cool music though. That's nice. Music goes good. Exciting music goes so well when you're coding. You know, especially when you get a little tired there at some point. Your brain's like, oh, freaking look up the docs, and oh, this doesn't work. And then you have that nice music in the background, and it totally gets you going again. All right, let's get a little iOS emulator. And because I'm on Mac, it actually goes much quicker. The iOS emulator is quicker than Android. Look at this giant phone. It's the kind of phone I don't own. How much does this cost, a phone like this? The iPhone 14. Was it Pro Max? It's like thousands of dollars probably. Yeah, it's over. Oh, it's on sale. For $1,300. Jesus. Alright, there we go. Whoa! That just like works. That's pretty fat.
Before diving into how cryptocurrency works,
all right, so that's interesting. So the default thing on iOS is just like run totally perfectly. That's kind of good, interesting to know. Like without doing anything, it just worked. Okay, cool. All right, and what happens at the end of the video? Does anything happen? Oh, you can close it. Ah, wait. I think it will only work because I pressed that full screen button. Ah, ha 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 ha. So there also, it by default is like way too big. Okay. Okay. So I think we're gonna do the, yeah, I know iPhone. I thought it was better than than it was. I think without realizing it, I pressed that button. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Hold on. If I leave this, and oh wait, how are we gonna do this? This is really hard to do while it's upside down. Up. I have to scroll up. No. How do you do it again? Are you double tap? Oh. How do you see the different applications again? This is part that's kind of annoying to do on on the emulator. Oh yeah, you double tap and then you go like this. Okay. So let's run it again. Yeah, the interface is huge. That's not good. Where are we? We're lost. So to debug on iOS, so but it worked. Oh, why did it work really well like a minute ago? Oh, am I starting again? It's just like getting a white screen. That's weird. It worked really well a second ago. All right. I'm going to load up Safari to debug this guy. Seems like, yeah, if you want to debug iOS, you need to use Safari. So then we can, should show up here. But it doesn't. Ah, there we go. Video test. Okay. All right. That looks right. Okay, I see it. That's good, but it's not there. And I don't get any errors either. If I refresh, nothing. This is really weird. I see it's loading up the video. An error has been produced. An error was produced, but what's the error? Error 206. What does that mean? I'm not sure what error 206 is. I don't think 206 is an error actually. I think normally it's the 400s. It should be error codes 206. Oh no, it's successful. Partial content. It means that it's sending the video. So that's not at all an error. I don't know why it says it's an error. Error. Error.
Before diving into
Why
how
do you say you're
cryptocurrency
an error when
works,
you're not?
it's worth taking
There's
a
an
look
error
at
there,
the
huh?
fascinating history of money itself and what purpose it serves in the economy.
There's a problem within a problem. Oh, wait. Now it loaded.
Over
Okay, it just
time,
took forever.
money has taken on different forms and has been used for
Okay.
different
It
purposes.
just took forever.
It's believed that
Now that's another problem. I think our videos are like too high quality.
where people trade
So
goods or services
that's
for
another
revenue.
issue, but
It's easy
that's
to
not the
see
issue
how
I was
this
trying to
system
handle.
could be complicated whenever two people couldn't agree on a trade.
Once again, it seems to have just jumped to full screen and played, which is nice. Although I don't know if it's something I did, like if I pressed a lot of buttons or what.
As time went on, the standard evolved.
Um,
Precious metals like gold or silver. These items are what we
So-
call commodities.
So
You
I
can
don't know
buy
what to
stuff with
say.
them, but it
This is
also
really
has some
confusing.
value on its own.
However, if I quit
These means of payment can be
and I go back to like the full screen version, let's try to see if we can do the same thing and try to make it so that it's full screen. And I think, no, it's not source. Sorry, I don't know Safari as well, so I'm not 100% sure how you're supposed to do this. Normally, you can edit the CSS somehow. Is it this button? No. Which button is it? I don't know which button. I don't know which button it is. What the heck is this do? I don't know. Ah, there we go. Okay. Great. Okay, video. So what if we do that same kind of thing? We say border none, not margin, none, padding, none, and then we say max height calc 100 ph max width 100%. Ah, okay, so that works. So maybe it's just now the border. Oh yeah, there's probably margin on the body. Okay, there we go. That works now.
inconvenient to store and to carry.
Even when we quit it, it stays like that. Okay. So maybe we can do the same on the Android one. Android, where are you? Android. It was here. And we are controlling it using Chrome here. So what we did is on the body to put padding at 0 and margin at 0. Yes. Nice. For a reason I don't totally get, it's centered by default on iOS and not centered by default on Android. Why is that? I do not know. It's weird. You think it would be the same. I guess not. It's really weird to see yourself in images all the time. That's really strange. The margins are completely fine in this app because the general interface is quite dark and the videos too. Yeah. Yeah, maybe actually it is. I mean, we can also put the background in black and stuff, you know, to make this work. Oops. I lost it. I lost it. Okay, well, let's make that first change already. I feel like we made some parts. Let's do this. So we'll just put a little CSS up here. Style. Okay, we'll just say body. We'll say all elements are margin 0, padding 0 by default. Then we'll say that the video element is, we'll say max width 100%, max height we said calc 100% of view height. Yeah, I think that's what it was by default. And so if we just run this again, let's see what we get. If we run iOS, we'll rerun iOS, which is here. We should by default just get that nice look. Oh yeah, put the background in black. Yeah, right. Body, background, color, black. Thank you for reminding me. Simulator already running. Yes, that's normal. Oh no, the Android emulator crashed again. I said crapped again. This Android emulator always crapping. Okay, force. Now we know the whole deal. Android just crashes after a little bit. We don't know why. Crash, my friend. Crash. This is really funny music. That's awesome. Who's this? Maybe I want to play. I'll play a game. It goes very well actually with today's theme. All right. Do we have to kill the phone emulator to get to run again? Okay. It's upside down. Interesting. But that just worked directly. And even if we quit it, it actually kind of just stays here. So it's actually not a big deal.
Before diving into how cryptocurrencies work,
Sweet. Okay. So the iOS version is more or less good at just running a video. And now let's try the Android one. Okay, so by default, and I think this I've read somewhere is that we have to give it like the poster image, like the first image that we want to show while the video is loading. I think that we can probably fix. Okay, so here it generally works. It's just it's not centered.
before diving into how cryptocurrencies
And that works.
it's worth taking a look at the fascinating
Okay. Okay. So that generally works. So then we just basically need to. Maybe we'll just work on centering it now. And once we center it, I feel like we have a video player. We have some issues we have to solve. Like we know we need the poster video. We need that poster image, right? We need the thumbnail. Basically, it's the thumbnail that shows. But it's, in big. So it's like the image that shows what it loads. We need that. And we need, yeah, we basically need that. Basically need the thumbnail and, oh, I had another thing I wanted to say. I forgot what it was. And the centering. So let's try to center it. And then we'll get working back on the thumbnail afterwards. Oh, yeah. And we can also do something to make the videos smaller. So these are like full HD videos. We could make it, yeah, horizontal thumbnail. Yeah. But I think we also could use HTML. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting my words. If we reduce the size of the video, it would also make it load a lot quicker. That's what I was trying to say. Because these are fairly large because they're in full HD. But we could have smaller versions. So that's it. Let's work now on. Whoa, what's that? Why did that happen? Okay. Oh yeah, because it's full screen. So let's try to just center it when it's not full screen. And I'm just gonna work on doing that. I'll start with the Android one, but we can do both. So the Android one, we go here. We connect the DevTools. Does it actually see it though? I'm not sure. I don't think it did. Chrome, inspect it. Inspect, my friend. Okay. Video controls. So here the video is max width and max height. And we want to horizontally center it. So, this is one of those things. I think we might need to be in a container. We could do a Flexbox container around it. We might be able to do a Flexbox container around it. If we can't do a Flexbox container around it, we could maybe just have... It'd be cool to have something written on the thumbnail like, this game is played horizontally. Oh, yeah, maybe. But wouldn't that be kind of obvious, like the picture sideways? Like people would kind of figure it out, right? Let's say margin, or margin left, 50%. Oh no, 25%? No. That would be nice, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can center it that way, because that gives the parent of the parent. I think unfortunately, oh, can you just do text align center? Oh no. Oh, can you do margin auto? Margin left auto? I didn't write auto at all. No, you can't write margin left auto. That would be too easy. Sometimes you can do that. You can do margin left and margin right auto. Can we do display block? Okay, yes, we can display block and then margin left auto. Okay. All right, let's try that. And on the iOS version, similarly, let's try it out. What does that do if we take those three things and we put it into our Safari, simulator video test. We do video and we add that in. Does it also center it? Yeah. It does. Sweet. Okay. We did it. Yay. We have a centered video. This is probably not that big of a success, but, you know, hey, you gotta take success when you can get it, you know? Sometimes I'll just write that in there. Center element. And here we'll write full screen because that's what I think we did. So remember what we did. All right. Now, we did that. We can check it, but I think normally it should work. Let's rerun our Android emulator, for example. And then we'll rerun the iOS emulator, and we should be good on those two things. Yeah. It's centered. It's centered to start. And then you have to hit play. But again, once again, we would normally have the poster there. Which we just don't have right now. I think the poster... How does that work? The video... Let's see, the video element. I think I read somewhere poster image. I don't know. Oh, it is called poster? Poster. Okay, equals blah, blah, blah. Okay, and do I have the poster images somewhere? I'm not sure I do. Unfortunately, so I don't really... But anyway, I think that's what it would be. So it's not particularly hard. And let's try it on the iOS emulator. Run iOS. Do it now. It's kind of weird that it doesn't want to rerun it. Oh, wait. Maybe it is running. I just didn't realize it. Nice. And it works. All right. Sweet. Okay. So now we have a full screen video and it works pretty easily. That's good news. So now we just have to figure out the next bit. So we, and then we can do the poster images that we can do later. I just need to export them. Now the thing is, how do we integrate it into the game, right? That's the thing. So how do we switch off? And that what I'm going to time to do the rest of the game. Yes, thank you, Raphael, for keeping me on track. I'm going to take a quick break before I do that. I find these frequent breaks actually help me. I get up, I walk around. My brain kind of wakes up a little bit. I have the idea how to do the next bit. So I'm going to do that. Quick break. I'll be back in a minute.
ήμουνα. Δεν τσοπανάκος ήμουνα. Προβοκάτια φύλαγα. Κάθε φύλαγα πολλά. Καμιά 500. Κάθε φύλαγα πολλά. Καμιά 500. Δεν τούμπες. Στα τσαρούχια μου είχα φούντες. Δεν κιολογύριζα στις τρούγες. Να βρωμές και να χωκούτες. Santa Cori. Είχα κάπα μωρέ παιδιά. Είχα κάπα, είχα γλίτσα. Είχα κάπα, είχα γλίτσα. Μ' αγαπούσαν τα κορί.
All right, I'm back, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Help me though. Help me clears my head a little bit. So we're back into trying to get this game working with the video. So we know how to get video work, right? We have the game. My original idea was really to kind of create like a whole like wrapper application that runs the game and then runs the video. And thinking about it a bit more, in fact, it seems a bit complicated. I think it might be easier just include the whole thing in the game, and I can have one element. I can have a part of the game where it shows a video, a part of the game where it plays the game. I think that would make it way easier because it will allow me to how to put it. It should allow me to, first of all, save the game, get track of like which part of the game I'm at. It should allow me to understand better, like, yeah, basically be able to like restart where I was previously. Like, there's a few elements like that I think will be a little bit more complicated if I have like this wrapper element to it. So I think I'm going to try to actually go back to doing the game originally and then converting the whole thing over. So that means I can kind of put the emulators to the side for the time being and just go back to the game. What's going to be a little bit strange about that is it's going to be going back. The reason I didn't want to do that originally is it's kind of going back into like the old code that I have for Blockchain Battle. Like I said, it's kind of old, and it's kind of an older version of Booyah, which is our game engine that I haven't used in a while. So, so there you go. Like, there's some things that might be kind of rusty about it. I'm just going to copy, though, this video file before I do anything more onto my own notes, just so I keep track of it. Here we go. One second. Just so I keep track of that video thing. Okay. Yes. Let's do this. So, in this case, we can put Cordova, the blockchain battle Cordova to the side. We know we can do that. That's not a particularly complicated part. What we want to do now is make sure that we can get the game to work. So, if we wanted this to work, basically the current version of the game like loads up. Looks like this. It loads up. It has analytics. Oh, we're gonna have to change all that to add in our own different analytics. It has issue. Okay, actually, we're gonna take the embed one, which is better. And it has a pixie canvas. But that would be different. Huh, there's a few ways we could do this. I could use pixie. Not. Okay, I'm gonna read. I have to read the code a bit more to understand how this could work. In any case, it ends up loading episode1.js, which is in episode1.js, which is source. What's index? Oh yeah, that's for different. That's for a different thing. Episode1.js, which loads. It loads the game. Yeah, that loads everything. That does a lot of stuff. And then it has videos. And then each of these parts, so like part 1, starts the game. So the parts are already separate, so that's actually pretty good. So maybe what I could do is just have a part that plays a video, right? And then we'll go from there. Okay, so if we wanted that, let's see, in this thing, how did we? Oops, sorry. How in this version? How did we run the code? Let's see. In the README. For development, use gulp builder gulp watch. Okay, so you do gulp watch. Okay, right. And that writes all the code to Booyah. I mean to yeah, so then I go CD. Oh, and then I can go npx HTTP server build. So that should run the code from that directory. And I should go here and get it. Yeah, okay. So that's the loader, and then it goes. Okay, cool. That's good. So if that works like that, now I should be able to. And that's one HTML file. So I'd probably want my own HTML file that would be different than that. So that's in the index. We have embed. And we could do a third one that's mobile. We do a third one that's mobile. Or maybe we could start here just for. We could start with just with that embed.html. Okay, that's pretty close. And now let's look at episode1.js. And we'll create a new one called, okay, a new file called video. So let's see how we did that for this one. There's nothing called video. Video.js. That's so weird. I'm so used to writing TS all the time. Because normally it's TypeScript, but we're not doing that. All right. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to add we're just going to add the video element, right? So let me get, once again, I kind of forget how this worked. Oh yeah, it's actually not that different. Okay. I just have to not write TypeScript. It's kind of weird. Export class, video. Extends parallel entity. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is so weird. Going back in time like this. Constructor, and I have options. Oh, right. Okay. In this case, though, I think I'm just going to give it a name. So we'll do a const base directory, and we're going to copy what we had in the old code there. This video file. This was our base. Duck. So that's where we're getting the videos from. Oops. Video URL base. Video base URL. So we'll just have a constructor that takes a name. Oh. Path. Or path. Oh yeah, I'm so used to writing. It's so strange to not write TypeScript. Okay, this underscore URL equals path equals. Okay, we have to call super. Okay, then let's just take a random thing. What happens then? We have a setup. Oh yeah, it takes config. Okay. So, okay. So here we're gonna do, and we have a teardown. And in the setup, we're gonna create the video element, and in the teardown, we're gonna remove the video element. So, wait, I was a little confused because I actually do have videos in the game, but they work differently. Oh wait, this is dumb. Wait, I have a video thing already. Oh wait. Am I making my life like way too complicated? In fact, okay. I might be making my life really complicated for no reason. Because in fact, now that I think about it, now I think about it, I already have a thing to do videos. Oh no. How does it work currently? It's in episode 1, for example. I think there's a thing called videos. We have a video entity. Video scene. Right, so that plays video via yeah. This is another way to do it. This actually plays video via the an existing video element that we have in there that plays video via Pixie.js. I don't think I want to use it though, to be honest with you, because it doesn't quite do what I want. Doesn't quite do what I want. For instance, you can't go back and forth in the video. The subtitles are kind of coded. It's like hard coded instead of being something that we can kind of swap out for different languages in an easy way. It's like 2 separate tracks. Anyway, there's a few kind of confusing things. We have to preload all the videos. That's the other thing that's kind of annoying about this. So it works well with the really short videos, but not with the ones that I have. So I think I'm not gonna use that here. Instead, okay. So but to make it confusing, I'm gonna call it HTML5 video. Rename HTML5 video, and I'm gonna call it HTML5 video. Okay. Okay, so what we do now is we're going to add our video element to the scene. So for that, we're going to say const. So this dot video element equals document dot create element. We create the element tag. Can we give it already options? I don't know if we can. Just that video element dot. Let's see. We'll give it a class, and we'll call it our HTML5 video. And we'll use that to distinguish it between that and the other ones. Okay. Yeah. This dot element. We have to add a child, and is it a pen child? I think it's a pen child, and give it. Can we just create it directly from like the inner HTML? I think we can. And here I'm just going to copy from what we had over here. Source. So source equals, and then here we give it video base rel followed by video. We give it dot path. Okay, so we give it the path. And then we can add it to the documents, to the body. So document.body.append. Insertion nodes after the last child of node. It's not a pen child? I think it's a pen child. This dot video. And in teardown, we can say document, or we can say this dot video element dot remove, and we can say this dot delete this dot video All right. All right. Now we just have to create it. So well, the way we're going to use this is back in our... We'll just take episode 1 as example. I'm gonna replace it with like money video is new. Wait, we have to import. Import star as HTML5 video from HTML5 video. New HTML5 video dot HTML5 video, and we give it the path, which we know is this particular video, video 2. Oops. Oops. Okay. All right. And that should work. So can we just start on the money video? I think we can. So rather than starting on video 1, we start on HTML5. I mean, what do we call it? Money video. Oh no, that's the game transition. Shoot. We'll do the transitions later. When we do the start, I think it's when we create the game. States. Or maybe just when we replace the... How does that work? I think it's starting scene. This is old, I don't remember. Kind of forgot how this works. Is there anything like starting scene? Starting scene, yeah. Let's say starting scene. Money video. So normally that wouldn't be there. To do remove. Okay. So imagine this started on that. Oh yeah, so then I just reload. I'm not using this anymore. Alright, that did not work at all. How come it did not? Source. Episode 1. And do start. Oh, we'll do money video. Not sure that it's exporting. Is it not updating the right finishing bundle after 6 months? Maybe it's in a different folder to check. Watch files, source bundle, right? HTML copy of assets. And where is it copying into? No, it should be copying to. Should be copying to bundle episode 1. Build. So what's up? So in build. Bundle episode 1. Maybe because it's a new file that I created. I have to. Okay. Here it's not working. Hold on. Can we watch? Can we build it once? This is the built version. Sorry, this has been so long. I kind of forgot how you debug this. I think because I think this used rollup to get all the files together into one big folder. I think it's something like that. And so here we should have something like HTML5 video. Okay, here it is here. And we should have something called money video. Okay, so it's there. Great. Okay, so new game state money video. Now we don't see it, but it did run, so that's good news, I suppose. So where is it? And we lost our music. Poor music. Yes, of course. Okay, so that means if we look in elements, body embedded. Aha, I see it. Here's the video. Okay, and it's the thing where it's gigantic. Okay. All right. So now we have to do is, because it's a, now we have to do a little CSS to get this to work correctly. So did it create the right class name? I don't think it did. Video dot class name. Okay. So can we do watch? So we should have a class name called. Okay, now it's called HTML5 video. Okay, so now because it's in the class, we can now go and change our CSS, which is where game.css. We'll put it all the way down the bottom. .html5 video. HTML5 tier video. And we will give it the same attributes that we gave ourselves earlier over here. Right, okay. With possible exception that maybe we should make it full, yeah. Maybe we should also make it, because here we have the canvas that takes up the room. Maybe we should hide this, the canvas, or we put this on top, one or the other. We could try hiding it. Let's try if we hide it, what happens. If we say display none. No, it's still there. What if on the parent we said display none? Okay, there's the element. What's strange is we don't have. Okay. We still don't have the controls. Oh, because we didn't set the controls. I think we forgot to set that. Here we did. We had controls and we had title. So if we go back to our HTML5 video and we say video element.controls, it's true. Right, or the other option is we put it, does it still not get controls? Still not getting the controls.
How did you know when you were in love with Dad? I've been in love several times before.
Ah, there we get controls. Okay.
Most people fall in love quite a few times
Right.
in their lives.
Okay. And what we can do is in the setup we hide hide game, hide canvas. So we say document dot get element by ID and It's called game parent. Dot style dot display equals none. And then we say show canvas. Okay. All right. So here. Okay. New displays. Nice. And then the question is, when this video finishes, we have to tell it. Oh, we shouldn't be able to download it though. That's coming. When the video finishes, we have to detect that it did, and then go back to the game, right? So how do we do that? How do we detect that it's done? I think I've done this before in, yeah, definitely tell it to close. You're totally right. So there's two elements to this. So in the game, it's in the game itself, we have to tell it to go from. We have to have a transition. So in the transitions, we say go from money video to start, for example. It's just to give an example, the kind of thing we'd want to do. Okay, so that's one element, and then we need to find out when it's done. And I think this I did on the event. I think it's. Well, I could look it up. No, it's not HTML. It's JavaScript. It's a video element, and it has an event. I'm pretty sure events. Oh yeah, that it's like a HTML media element, and that has an events, which is ended. Price on playback stopped because ended media is reaching no further data is available. I think that's it. I think it's ended. Ended. Okay. Alright, so in that one we say this dot on, oh we say this dot video element add event listener. Excuse me, sorry. And the ending is ended. So this dot ended, and we add a little thing, and we say when it ended, we call this dot. In this one, it was shoot. Is it request transition? I have to remember. I don't remember how this one worked in this version of Booyah. It would be entity. Booyah. No, it's not Booyah. It's entity. And how do you request a transition? I forgot in this version. I think you request a transition. Request a transition. I think you said this one. Okay. This time transition equals entity dot make transition. No. Transition. Oh, I totally forgot. It's weird, huh? Even though it's my own code, you kind of forget. I think you can just say true in this version. I forgot. I close that tag. Okay. So this should logically. Oops, it totally crashed. Let's try again. Logically, when we get to the end of the video, it should then continue with the game. Okay, let's reload. We have the video. Cool. We'll jump to the end. Yes, it worked. And then we went to the end. Right. So that's basically how it would work. Let's just, I think that's more or less, okay. So it's just to complete this thing, right? This is totally not the finished version, but just to get an idea. I'm going to make a new branch, git checkout, branch mobile, Cordova. We're going to say gulp dist. We're just going to try this out on the mobile version, just so you know, check that this is still working. So logically, the same thing would work on the mobile. Of course, we need like the whole menu and all that stuff. Like there's quite a few things to do, but that's sort of the general idea. So here we have to copy over the files, which I think was copy dist over to www. Yeah, it was. Okay, we copied over. We had to go back to the config XML and change not to use the video testing. I think it was embed.html. And we're gonna run this. Cordova run. Let's try an iOS, for example. It's a little quicker. And where's our iOS simulator? It's weird. I don't see. Oh, yeah, there it is. Hello? What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, that did not, that was really anticlimactic. What? Maybe I have to kill it first. I hear it in the background. I can hear it in the background, but I don't see it. Why? Oh, I think I hear this one actually over here. It's this one here. How come I don't see it? Oh man, that was disappointing. Okay, well let's try to check out what's going on. I see it here. Is there an error or something? Ah, there is an error. Cannot load image. Bam ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum. Due to access control checks. Original is not allowed by access. That's weird because this totally worked like a minute ago. That's really weird. Why would it? Like I could kind of get where there might be an error, but I don't get why it would just be right now. Like I don't see what I did that would have created an error. That's weird. Let me try it on Android in case just I did something weird to iOS. Okay, here it loads. We run it. We get the video. Of course, we don't have the poster, that's normal. It plays. At the end of the video, it jumps the. Okay, so that one works on Android. And I'm feeling it was just like a weird thing on iOS, but let's try again just in case. Unless there's some permission that I have to give an iOS, like there were in CRISPR Country, I remember there were some permissions I had to give that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you for the encouragement. It always feels good. No, iOS really does not want to do it. iOS does not want to do it, and I'm gonna look real quick to see if it's an iOS. I do have a memory of like dealing with this already with an error on iOS, and I wonder if it isn't. I'm just gonna load up a different project. A little bit different project. I think on like Pixel Puzzler, for example, did I have this? Oh no, it wasn't Pixel Puzzler. It was Pixel Puzzler Cordova. Pixel Puzzler, do I have? Yeah, I did have all these allow navigation things. Hold on, I'm just gonna copy all this over. Up. Well, except for the preference. But the scheme, all that kind of thingy, all these permissions. I wonder if it wasn't for that. Let's try again. Yeah. Okay, so it's one of those permissions. Who knows which one? I don't know. Really remember. And there's the video, and we'll get to the end. Oh, you can't jump to the end. Oh, you can like this. Okay. Sweet. And the game starts. Okay. So, hey, not so bad. I didn't go quite as quickly as I thought. I thought it was going to be done a lot sooner than I was, but you know, that's actually every day. That's every minute of my life, basically. So, no big deal. I'm still going to say, somewhat declare a victory on that one. We have the basic idea. I think, like we said, there's a few next steps I have to do. I have to include the images in. I have to get the, have like sort of like a menu. I think that's probably the next step is to have like a menu. Like you load up the game, what do you see? Okay, level 1, level 2, level 3, video 1, video 2. Check off that you did each one. And so I think probably what I'll do is make a new version of the game in which you have this kind of structure, like reusing all those elements, but just kind of structuring them in a nice way so that it works. I think it should work, and that would be really cool. I'd love that to be the case. And yeah, what more can I say? Well, thank you for joining me. For those who join me, that's cool. I always like having an audience, and I hope to show you soon a finished version of Blockchain Battle that you can play on your phone. That'd be really cool. We also, of course, have to include in-app purchases and the analytics and all that good stuff. There's a few more steps, but it's actually not a horrible project to take on. It'd be kind of fun. I'd be super excited to finally have a mobile app for Blockchain Battle. I've been dreaming about for a long time. So let's see. Without further ado, I think we'll probably stop there. Once again, big thanks to DJ Coders for his awesome music. Thank you for allowing to use that. Big thanks also to Raphael for joining in and chatting with me. That's always helpful. It's nice when you have someone in the chat who's interacting with you. I don't know who else to thank. Play Curious if you're interested in video games about science, about technology, about learning cool things, or maybe you're into pixel art for some reason. I don't know. You please check us out. You can go to playcurious.games and you can join our cool newsletter where we send out information about what we're doing. That's not that one. Subscribe up here, and you find out information about what we're doing. Find out when our games come out and stuff like that. So enjoy. I hope you like that. I hope you join. I hope you subscribe. Also, please don't forget to subscribe here on Twitch. That way you know as soon as we go live, you get a little cool notification say we're going live, which is not the case otherwise. It's a little hard otherwise on Twitch. There's 8 billion things going on. Who knows when we're going on? You got other stuff going on in your life. So please subscribe to us there. And that's it from me. Have a great afternoon. Goodbye.